Hello everyone, I'm going to be doing some makeup today, but I haven't planned on anything today. So yeah, I'm just gonna get started on priming my eye. I'm actually gonna do both of my eyes this time because my eye is pretty. I'm looking at the mirror, and it's pretty much healed all the way. So that's really good, and it doesn't seem to be. It's a little bit of a scar right there, but you don't really see it. I have a piece of glitter on my eye, but yeah, it's really stormy outside. We are gonna experience a storm in Northern Ireland really soon, pretty much. And I remember, I think there's also gonna be a bit of snow too, if I'm not mistaken. So that's always super fun. Super fun. And another thing too, I washed the brushes that I use the most. The other ones didn't really need wash because I don't really use them as much. But I like using, this is Best Angle brush this is from Beauty Bay. It's from a set, and I just like using this to put on my primer. I used to use my finger, but I've noticed it's just it applies a lot more evenly and faster. So if I use a brush, my eyebrows are starting to grow a little bit again. This eyebrow is still a little bit dark, but what can you do? It's a little bit thin. I've always had quite dark eyebrows on the inner part, and then it kind of sparks out as you reach the edge. I'm planning on shaving them again, and probably before Valentine's Day. I don't know. I mean, I actually did do Valentine's Day makeup yesterday. I didn't record it. I should have, but I didn't. And I already have a plan and everything. But if the primer I'm using is the Urban Decay Primer Push, and it's a good primer push, and it's very thin and it blends in pretty well. It doesn't really apply any color. Unlike the P. Louise, I also have that one. But sometimes I think that's just a little bit too light. I used the, let me see. Oh no, it's up here. It's the number. Does it have a number? 0.5. I should have used 1.0 probably, because that would have been, I think, better for my skin tone. But what I'm gonna do, I'm just gonna put makeup on. Really, I don't have a plan. But with my Valentine's Day makeup, I did use the berries, which I really liked. That was a lot of fun. I might do a video on this and like a not even Valentine's Day, but just like pink. It was quite nice. It was quite fun. And then I had a shower and just washed it all off. You know, you just get like that, which was good because it was pink and pink stains. So I'm gonna use the Jolie Beauty today, the Sirens palette. I did not buy this. I got this as a gift from my partner. I think they got this for me for our anniversary. Or for our anniversary. I've already tried this before. And I really loved it. But this is what it looks like. As you can see, I have used quite a few. I've used mainly this side here. This is mainly my comfort zone and where I'm really comfortable. Oddly enough, comfort zone. My favorite color is pearl. This color here. Whenever I put it on, it was just beautiful. It has a gorgeous, if I can show you in the pan here. Oh no, it's not showing up on camera, but let me Isn't that so pretty? On camera, it's like a bright, it's like a yellowy, very, very yellow green. But whenever you shift the light, it turns into a beautiful teal. And it's wonderful. But I'm not gonna go with this side of the palette because it's my comfort zone. I'm gonna go this color here, Song. I'm gonna play around with that a little bit. I'm gonna play around a little bit with the blues today, for sure. So mainly these two rows. Maybe this row if I want to add a little bit, or I might do another look and just make it purple. I'm not too sure. But yeah, what I like about this palette in particular is the mixture of all different textures. So you have satins, you have chunky glitters, you have mattes, you have more metallics, that sort of thing. It's really, really lovely. There are, hi honey, Ebony may make an appearance. She does like whenever I do my makeup, always has. It's just her personality. She is the only cat that's ever shown any interest whenever I'm doing any makeup. So to the point where she has makeup brushes in the back there that I just grab and then I pretend and then I put over her and she really, really likes it. Okay, so I am going, apologies for that, but it could also be the storm. It's bothering them. Okay, I am going to take, stuck between floating and ocean. I'm gonna take a little bit of this color right here called floating. On the camera, it looks very, very bright. It's a lot more muted in real life. A lot more muted. But I'm gonna take just a fluffy brush. It's an E16. I'm gonna just go all over. I've washed these, isn't that great? Are you proud of me? I wash stuff whenever I'm doing both of my eyes. So I'm gonna apply whenever I do both of my eyes. You can see if I look at the camera, my right eye is a little bit more hooded than my left eye. And so whenever I'm doing both of my, if I'm going out, for instance, usually if I'm practicing an eye makeup look, I usually just do it on my left eye because it's easier. I'm left-handed, so it's easier, and not only that, my left eye is less hooded. So, but if I'm going out or anything like that, I will do both. I'll do my right eye first, and then my left, because it's easier to match this side to this side than it is the opposite, because this eye's more hooded. But I'm also gonna close my eye. I'm gonna run this right here. I'm gonna concentrate the majority of the color on the actual lid and then blend up. And then leave this gap. Also, I'm kind of going out of my comfort zone because blue scares me a little bit more than the color purple when it comes to makeup. Also, I do have gray, blue eyes, so I don't tend to wear a lot of blue because I feel, well, gray, blue eyeshadow does look beautiful on blue or blue-gray eyes in general. It's stunning, of course, but I don't know, I just don't really like how it looks. But we're just gonna concentrate the majority of the color on the inside and the outside and in the crease. We are actually putting this in the crease and then lowering and relaxing our eye and then moving up. So we want this color to go up, but I'm placing it down first where I want it to be. And then tapping it off. It's a very lovely blue as well. But I want this to be pretty high up. So it's blending out very, very well. So how are y'all doing in the past couple of days? I've been having migraines. I've never get migraines, so I've narrowed it down to, I purchased some tea, and the tea, all but one of them have medium caffeine. The other one has 0. And because whenever I usually drink just normal cup of tea, I use decaf, and I've narrowed it down to it being the caffeine. So that's probably what's caused it. So I've just been monitoring that, because it's just nice to make tea, you know. I got the tea from Bird and Blend. I got 5, not affiliated or anything. I just like Bird and Blend to make really, really lovely tea. And the only one that I got that was caffeine free was mint chocolate rooibos. So I've been drinking a lot of that. If I've been wanting some tea, I've been drinking that instead, and it's been helping. So you see how I want to take it up really, really high? If you don't take it up high enough when you have hooded eyes, you won't be able to see it. So it can look a little, which is probably a reason why blue does scare me so much, because you do need to go super, super high. And sometimes with blue, it just looks a bit jarring in comparison to other colors. You know, like I can go up this high with the color green, and I don't feel so woo, you know? But this is blending out beautifully. I'm still using the exact same brush, so I don't mind that there's a little bit of I can still see a little bit of my skin right in the middle, but that's because I'm not really focusing it. I don't mind either, because I usually put a little bit of shimmer there anyway. But what I'm gonna do is, I have a fluffy, just a very fluffy brush, a big, big, big fluffy brush, and I'm just gonna blend that out. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna go pause, and then I'm gonna do the other eye, and I will be right back. Alright, now that that's kind of placed down, I am going to go in with a smaller brush. This is one from P. Louise. It's the 193 brush, and I'm gonna go in with a slightly darker shade. I'm gonna go in with this shade called Sealer. And on the camera, it's a lot more purple toned. In real life, it's definitely on the blue side. I'm gonna slowly build this up, because it is such an intense blue. I don't want to go too intense too quickly, and I'm just going to focus it mainly right here in the crease, actually in the crease rather than in the crease and on my head. I'd like to tend to start from the inside and just put that right on top of the last color that we used, just to help deepen that out a bit. Because this brush is very, very fluffy, it blends it very, very easily. And just leaving that middle section completely blank. This one is a little bit patchier than the last one, but given how intense it is, I don't blame it too much. Blues and purples are hard to make. Do you agree with that statement? Do you agree that blues and purples are hard to make? Yeah, buddy. I'm just gonna Take windscreen wiper. My friend is doing my head in today. It's blending beautifully into the lighter colors. It's a little bit patchy. Should have brought one of my hair clips in from the bathroom, but I did not. And what I'm gonna do, I'm looking straight ahead and just blending, not applying anything new. Nothing new at all. Okay, I'm going to take a small pencil brush. This is from Freyr. They're an E11. They're very good. I bought these ages ago when I started doing makeup again. And I'm just going to take the exact same color, that sealer color. And I'm just gonna run this along the lash line. So this is the enemy territory here whenever you put blue shadow on the lower lash line, because you run the risk of looking like you've been punched in the face. You run the risk of looking tired, especially since I already have blue under my eyes already. Dark circles, and you want to connect that a little bit. I tend to close my eye rather than open them because it works easier for me. But this color is a lot more blue when used on its own, which adds a little bit of dimension to the overall look, because it looks kind of like I've used 3 different colors when I haven't. I've only used 2. But I actually took this down a little bit lower than I wanted on this eye, so I'm gonna go down a little bit lower on my right eye. This is actually really, really pretty. I'm gonna bring this a little bit closer inward, but not applying anything, just using the remains on the brush, just so that I have a little bit of a fade going on, because it is such an intense. If you're wondering, by the way, why my eye, if it's picking up on the camera, why it looks so red, it's because I did put like a burgundy eyeliner on yesterday while practicing my Valentine's Day makeup. So okay, I'm gonna take the very, very first brush that we used and very lightly dip it back into that floating color. And I also might use this ocean color. Ocean is a bit more of a gray toned, so it's a little bit more on the neutral side. So I'm gonna use a little mixture of those because I think I might tone it down a little bit, considering I've went a little bit too low, a little bit too far than I wanted to. I'm just gonna blend this out. While looking up. I actually don't mind this, considering that I don't really wear a lot of blue makeup. I think another reason why I don't really like blue eyeshadow either is because I grew up watching EastEnders, like old school EastEnders. Not EastEnders now, because EastEnders now is not that good. So I grew up in like the freaking Peggy and Pat era. I grew up in, and so whenever you see blue eyeshadow, you always think of Pat Butcher. So I'm gonna apply a little bit more of that ocean to just kind of still add that blue, but because it's more neutral, it's not, it helps to fade that out a bit rather than add to the blue, which is quite nice. That's very, very pretty. And if you hear anything in the background, that is Ebony. She's very particular about her bathroom. Very thorough. She's so loud. She's a little bit of a diva though, but that's okay. She's my diva. Do I want to bring this a little bit lower? No, I don't. I might bring this, only this bit a little bit lower, but just so that it matches my left eye. Because I did go a little bit too low. What I'm doing, I'm just doing 2 taps on each, just tap, 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 tap on each color. Hi, Loki. Hi, honey. He likes playing with my makeup as well. Not in it though, he just likes playing with it. Which gave me an idea that I might use one of the colors that I did a clean out of my makeup like 2-3 weeks ago now. And he helped, he was playing with one of the eyeshadows, and I think I'm going to include it in this. That sounds a good idea, doesn't it? Okay. I'm now, there isn't a deeper color. Okay, I am stuck. Usually what I've been doing is I've been going in with like a medium or a light color, doing darker and then going even darker right here. But because there isn't any darker blues in here really, well, there's Scales. Scales is a little bit darker, but it's a glitter. I tend to do all matte and then go on top. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna try I do want to try Atlantis to see what it's like, but I'm gonna go with Song, this beautiful multichrome. It's just, or duochrome. It's beautiful. It's a very intense teal green, but it's with intense blue, and then you shift it and it's a gorgeous purple shade. I am going to take a brush. What kind of brush am I going to take? I'm going to take this small brush because I always take a smaller brush when I'm testing something out. I'm going to try this dry first to see how I always like to do that. But I'm taking a Dear Dahlia. This is number 152. It's a very small brush. It's good for hooded eyes. That was low-key being a pain in the ass. Just gonna apply that right in the, okay. Yep, it would probably need, yeah, it doesn't apply that well with a brush. I'm going to see what it's like applied with a little bit of spray. And if that doesn't work, I'll just apply it with my finger. Usually with colors like this, it is better to use it with a finger. Because my eyes are hooded, I just like to try and use a brush just so that I have a little bit more control over it. Ooh, that's nice. A little bit more intense with a brush. I think this would look beautiful if you use like a dark navy. But yeah, this palette doesn't have a navy in here. I think they should have definitely added a navy in here because I think the song would be really, really beautiful. I was planning on using Atlantis underneath just to see and give it a base, which I'll probably do on this eye just to see how it works. But I can just imagine song on a navy base. And the name Song fits it so well. It really, really does. And I'm gonna bring this up because obviously whenever my eyes are open, I want to see that multichrome and I want other people to see it as well. It's such a beautiful, beautiful shade. But could you imagine if this had like if I was able to use like a navy? I could pull a navy. I do have another blue palette from Beauty Bay that I think that probably definitely has a navy. But, you know, it should have been in this, I think, because it's navy, you know? And not only that, you know, sirens live in the deep, 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 deep depths of the ocean. That's where they drag you down. So it would make more sense that they didn't. They do have Stormy, but Stormy, it's kind of like a green. It's like a deep green with a little bit of black. It goes in between. If they would have had another like Stormy, but another color, but made it blue, like a little bit more blue toned, perfect. Also, I think it would have fit the name too, Stormy. But yeah, this song is stunning. I would buy this single. She is still digging. She loves to dig. She's very particular. I had to change litter for her actually because the other two didn't really mind pellet litter. Pellet litter is a lot lighter. However, you can't really dig a lot with pellet litter. Cats can't really dig, and she was not impressed. So she's a diva, plain and simple. She is Marie from the Aristocrats. She's very, very diva. And she lets me know when she's unhappy. The only problem I'm having is that on camera, the blues are blue. In real life, it's a little bit more muted and a little bit more watery. Funny enough, it's a little bit more washed out. It kind of looks a little bit if you take like a blue pigment and add water to make a watercolor painting, you know, that kind of swishing. When you swish it and you have that blue on the canvas, that's the blue, but on camera it's quite intense. It's quite intense. Oh, but on camera you can see the purple, while in real life I can see the teal more, which is really, really pretty. But I'm gonna try the Atlantis shade, and I'm gonna try this on my finger on this side to see if it helps any. Oh, it's very smooth. That's what it looks like. I don't usually do swatches. I've never really had an interest in swatches, even whenever I was a little bit younger, because there really isn't any point because you're not wearing eyeshadow like this, you know. It does show the color, don't get me wrong, but it doesn't show the quality. Ooh, that's beautiful. That's stunning. It's kind of similar to that, it's a little bit deeper than that floating shade that we used. It reminds me of a nail polish from China Glaze, and I can't remember what it's called. That I used to use ages ago. I mean years and years and years ago. You know, when like OPI was all the rage. You know, when YouTube, like the beauty space, they do hauls, especially Lush hauls and like Bath and Body Works candle hauls, that long ago. That long ago. So I'm gonna bring it up a little bit higher because I want to see that shimmer. Of course, I like that shimmer, and I don't mind applying shimmer to the hood. That's one thing whenever I see the tutorial, oh, how to put hooded eyes. Oh, don't put shimmer on the hood. You're gonna emphasize the hood. I'm like, yeah, but like then I won't be able to see the shimmer. At least with mine, anyway. Okay, I'm gonna apply that song again, but I'm gonna take my finger this time, just to see how it applies. It does apply quite well with a brush. Obviously, I did have to apply multiple times and spray it, but ooh. I can see a lot more of the purple. While on this side, using it on its own, I can see a little bit more of the tail. Yes, buddy. But I think next time I do this look, I'm gonna go for a look, maybe even Stormy. Let me swatch Stormy. See, it's kind of, it has a little bit of a green in it. At least to my eye, rather than a black. But on the camera, it's more black. But in the pan, it's a little bit more green. And but this is just so pretty. So pretty. Yes, buddy. Yeah, with a brush, I've noticed the purple doesn't show up as much, while on a finger the purple does. So it's really cool how eyeshadows change how you use them. With a brush, the teal showed up more on my finger, the purple showed up a little bit more. It was lovely, really lovely. Okay, for the inner corner, nothing here is light enough for me. The lightest is probably this rocky shade, but that's more of a lid shade for me. So, should I try a little bit of the scales on top? This here glitter. Or I should try what the little boy was playing with a couple of days ago. I'm gonna go find it because it's in here somewhere. I'll be right back. I found it. It's from Karla Cosmetics. It's a it's a multichrome, and it's in the shade Insomnia. I think this is a little bit more in the blue. It's a little bit more on the purpley pink side. I have another one called Chill, which would probably fit this look a little bit better. But because my son chose this a couple of weeks ago, and I did promise him I would use it. I did, and I whenever mommy promises something, I promise something. So, you know, I always keep my promises to my babies because they're my babies. Even if they don't speak English, I don't care. Sometimes I think they do. If anybody owns any animals, they gotta understand. To some extent, they gotta understand. They have to. I'm also gonna use this fix potion from Karla Cosmetics. You just apply a thin layer on top, and just helps any loose pigment or any glitter to stick. But I need to be really careful with this because last time I used way too much and it kind of like burned my eye a little bit, kind of like menthol, but not. So it had like a cooling feeling, but not the menthol cooling feeling. So not like menthol at all. Why did I compare it to that? I don't know. Okay. So I'm just gonna apply a little bit of that right in the middle. Slap bang in the middle. Slap bang in the middle. I know a lot of people use NYX glitter glue. I'm seeing that quite a bit too, but I have this right now and I want to try this, test this out. The brush I'm using is Shade Out, and it's from the Beauty Bay collection, the little like rose gold one. So I'm also gonna apply kind of add a little bit of depth to my lower lash line. So yeah, I'll leave this alone for the time being, my lower lash line. Okay, I'm gonna take the same brush with a little bit of scales, and I'm gonna use a little bit of Insomnia with that as well. It's not picking up. This is just a straight up. No, I'm just gonna take my finger. Yeah, this is just a straight up glitter. Yeah, it's just straight up. Oh my goodness. Straight up glitter. Okay. And then just right in the middle. Slap bang. In the middle, like that. It's very chunky. And I'm just gonna tap. Just even out that chunkiness. Just even out that chunkiness. Obviously there's a lot of fallout because it's glitter. But ooh, I like these longer videos too. I'm like 35 minutes in. Because I do like taking my time. A lot of fallout. Ooh, a lot of fallout. But wow. You can also apply this glitter to the lower lash line and kind of make it look like you're crying. Which would make sense because sirens, sometimes people think sirens have broken hearts from like sealers that didn't come back, and so they drag. I was wondering what was happening. Ebony's eating. I like to put treats in this little entertainment center for them, and Loki hasn't shown any interest in them. They're like these little heart treats that I got for Valentine's Day, and they're like liver, and Loki will eat anything. He won't eat those, so I know not to get them again because he drinks out of the toilet, but yet he won't eat that. Then I know. So, and he actually, I've accidentally trained him to like it when I flush it before he'll drink it. Even though the water fountain is on the hall, he would rather drink out of the toilet. So, but he won't eat the treats. So that's how I know it's bad. You know, when he has bog standard, literally bog standard. So I'm not very versed with glitter, but it's still quite nice. Again, it's washing it out. It's a lot more deep and intense and I'm gonna focus a little bit more on my lower lash line now. Yeah. And I'm gonna take this stormy color, this black, and I'm gonna very, very carefully just like it's almost like I'm tightlining, but I'm not. Just adds a little bit of depth to the lashes. See, just the smallest little. I think this will look really, really pretty with a black liner. I think this would look quite nice. I'm not going to do a wing liner or anything because I don't really. When I do winged liner, I tend to kind of go under and up, but this look is already so quite a lot. So if I add a wing, it might make it a little bit overdone, just a little bit. So I'm gonna apply a little bit more of that glitter glue with this angled. No, I'm not. I'm gonna apply this a little bit with my finger. I'm just gonna put it right in the middle. Right here. Right there. And I kind of want to make it look like I'm crying. I think that would look really cool. A little bit dangerous because it's going to be so close to the eye, in comparison to being on the eyelid. But yeah, I like that kind of. And then kind of just like drag it down. I'm being a lot more. I've been so much happier since I've just not given a fuck about how the actual eyelid how the makeup looks. This is a little bit too intense, this glitter here, but see, like underneath is kind of like act a little bit like tears almost, you know. I'm gonna try and brush though. I don't want it on my skin though, because that's a little bit too intense, but just taking a fan brush and trying to remove as much of that as possible, which doesn't seem to be working. But I always do my face makeup after my eyes anyway, so yeah, definitely with this. But yeah, with a little bit of the glitter, just makes it look like I'm crying a little bit. And not only that, you know, hooded eyes, you know, you can, if you can't see it up here, you can definitely see it on my lower lash line. So I was planning on doing this yesterday. I did like a similar kind of technique, except I went dark. I actually used like a deep kind of wine, but I wanted like the kind of like this, but like I didn't have any glitter that matched the color scheme. Hi, honey. Okay, I'm gonna go with that Karla Cosmetics for our final time, and I'm gonna take the pencil brush and just tap 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 in the inner corner. Tap tap tap. I actually got another one. I actually bought another Jolie Beauty palette. It's the one that was based off of like nature and everything, like fairies and stuff. And it's, whoa, that brightened really quick. Calm down. Oh wow, Insomnia actually looks beautiful with this look. Baby boy, you helped. And when I mean he played with this, he really played with it. Whenever he watched me put this away, that was the only thing that he would grab. Even though the other colors are right there, because I have a few of these. Because I wanted to play, now that I'm older too. See, color? Eyeshadow? Why have I never played with it before? Why? Like, I always used to play with like neutrals. My palette was always the Naked palette. Naked 2 to be specific. Because it was a little bit more cool toned. It was easier for me to use. But now that I'm like older, I'm 27, 28 this year. See blue, see like bright shadow, I don't give a fuck now. And usually it's the opposite. Like whenever you're younger, you tend to be a bit more color, and then whenever you get older, you tend to be a bit more neutral. And also we're kind of taught that too, unfortunately. You know, dress your age, blah blah blah. But oh my goodness, that adds, because it's quite frosty, and it's a little bit more of a lilac-y purple. It blends with it goes with the look, but it just, wow, it's beautiful. I love that. This would be beautiful with the purples too. I'm definitely going to play around with the purples next time. When it comes to my eyeliner, do I have a blue eyeliner? I don't know. Do I have I'm sure I do, but do I have a deep enough blue liner? Because light blue is not going to work here, I don't think. I tend to go a little bit lighter in my waterline because it just looks a little bit nicer with hooded eyes. It just helps it look a bit, you know, a little bit more open. But for right now, I want to be dramatic. I want to be intense. So let's see. These are the eyeliners I decided to keep. I have this liner. It's not deep, so that should be good. And it's on the Creme side too. So this is Colourpop Creme Gel Liner. I'll put that away later on. It's the Creme Gel Liner in the shade DTLA. Okay then. With the, I have some shimmer ones too. I like to put the white. There's a white liner from Colourpop on top, and then under, and then a shimmer. I think a shimmer would be really, really pretty too with this, but because of just so much going on. That's intense. That's lovely. I have quite sensitive eyes, and I used to use the Urban Decay 24/7. Remember when Urban Decay was the shit? Remember back in those days, back in the good old days of yore? And then as hard as I can, because I'm not very good at tightlining. And now they're just fucking boring. You know, the first palette I ever purchased with my own money that I saved up with my pocket money was the Brook of Shadows Volume 2. So, it looks a little bit more black. But I think you can also put a little, like a shimmer on top if you wanted to with this. Just to... That's really, really pretty. You can kind of see my skin. Give me a second while I kind of fill this little gap here. And I don't... Which... There we go. Okay, I think for blush, I'm gonna go for something really, really muted. Still on the cool. I'm gonna go for something... No, I'm not gonna go for something cool, because it's very, very cool. I'm not gonna apply any mascara, because I don't usually apply mascara. Whenever I'm like just doing stuff like this, I don't usually. Also, another reason is because my cat Loki likes to like try and like nibble my eyes when I'm wearing mascara, and I don't know why. It's like he knows. It's weird. I'm gonna apply. This is called Warm Sun from Odens Eye. It's from the Soul Moon collection. It's Sunlight Love blush, and it's just an orange color. And I think it would go quite well because they are opposites on the color wheel. I'm quite pale though, so, but I don't mind a little bit of an orange. I used to hate, I would never wear this whenever I was younger. I was like, oh, I'm cool toned. I need to wear all the, you know, I used to be quite, if I was younger, I cared about the colors that I wore. Like, when it comes to everything. Because like, I'm really pale. I'm not supposed to wear, you know, oranges because oranges look weird. When... Yeah, I guess like oranges aren't, you know, an orange blush obviously does not complement me the same way a peach, like a rose or a pink blush would, but I can still wear it. So all you youngins out there, we see when you hit 25, and see whenever you're on the journey of like 25 to 30 and your brain starts to develop, you know, your fucking cerebral cortex starts to fully develop, you don't give a shit anymore. And it's quite a freeing experience. Especially if you've been dealt with mental health from a very young age, which all of us freaking have, unfortunately. The brush I'm using is an F21, it's an angled brush. This is really great for round, fat faces, or just round faces in general. But I've always had a round face, even since I was a baby and I wasn't fat and I wasn't tubby. I had a really round face, so even if I lost weight, I still have a kind of round face, which, you know, it's cool. So I'm just gonna... It's really, really pretty. And also, I don't apply right on the apples of my cheeks anymore either, because I have naturally, as you can see, very, very red cheeks in general. And so if I apply the blush to the apples of the cheeks, it's just gonna make me look even redder. And yeah, I'm just gonna apply a little bit on my nose, because I do like applying blush on my nose, which I never used to do before. I also love the imprint on this. Is so pretty. And then a little bit on my chin, but I don't really tend to go as intense. I tend to go if let me speak English. If it's quite complimentary for my skin tone, like rose or something, I'll tend to go a little bit more intense here. But because it's a little bit more orange, I have to be more light-handed. I tend to just very, very lightly dust. But I think it's very, very pretty, and it's not so wah. But yeah, I might do this for Valentine's Day, actually. Depends. I really like it, but it's taking me a little bit. And sometimes my partner won't even get ready until I'm ready because I take a lot longer to get ready than they do. When it comes to highlighter, Azura Shine would be great for this. Let me show you Azura Shine. This is also from Odens. This is the Moonlight Feel highlighter. So it looks like it's very, very blue. And funny enough, Azura Shine always reminds me of Azura Shrine from Elder Scrolls Skyrim. And Azura is one of my favorite Daedra. Ooh. Or Lavender Dream would be also very, very good. But because I'm going warm with the blush, I'm going to go warm with the highlight as well. And I'm going to choose this one. This one is called Warm Sunshine. This is really, really pretty. This one out of the collection too is more on the shimmer than the glitter side. And which also is better because the eyes are so glittery that a shimmery highlighter in comparison to glitter would benefit more. This brush I got, it does have a number on it. It's a number 308. You got it from Superdrug. I think it's Real Technique or something, but I'm just gonna apply this to what is up every time I apply anything to do with like shimmery shit. Yeah, if you haven't established, I don't have a polite mouth, and I'm not gonna apologize for that. That's such a pretty shade. I should have blended this out a little bit more. It looks a lot more intense on camera than it does in real life. It's a little bit more, because my cheeks are so red, it's blending in quite well. But then apply a little bit to the tip of my nose. That's one of the things I was never insecure about when I was younger. My nose. Insecure about everything else, but not my nose. So, I'm happy with that. And then for the lip product, I think, again, nice and warm, nude. I'm actually going to use one of the Kaliedos lip clays. I'm going to try this and see what happens. This is in the shade Pink Himalaya, which is not very pink. You'd think Pink Himalaya, oh, it would be pink. Not really. No, not really. I'm gonna take a lip brush. This is L1 by Colourpop. Lip brush is always a good option for me because my lips are uneven. So this side here goes a little bit up higher. Well, this one is a little bit more just straight. And I tend to use a lip brush, kind of like a lip liner, go around that way. But I should use a lip liner with this, but I want to see what this looks like without a lip liner to test it out. So, ooh, that's nice. So I am gonna overline just this side. I also have a double lip line too, so you can see lip line number 1, and then lip line number 2. So sometimes liquid lips can look a little bit weird on me because of the double lip line. If I line my lips, right, and follow my actual lip shape, you'll be able to see what I mean about my actual lip shape. And I tend to use a brush. Also, because this is a liquid lip, which is matte and intense and will stay, you want it to look as crisp as possible because you don't want to mess it up and then having to redo it. Because at this stage, your face makeup will probably be done, and you don't want to mess that up either. This is a lovely shade, actually. As you can see, They're quite uneven. And that's just me following my natural lip line. What I tend to do as another trick I learned accidentally on myself one day whenever I was doing this. I usually would do it that way, but I did it this way, and I noticed it'll just look a lot nicer if you work from the corner in. So that just works for my lip shape. I don't know if it works for everybody. I think another thing too, you could line this and then do a slightly lighter lip in between, but I'm not gonna do that. This is so pretty. It's very complimentary to my skin too. I like it a lot. There you can hear the wind picking up. Shoot. And one of the cats is on the windowsill, which is probably Ebony. She does like being on the windowsill. And I don't know if she might be a little bit sad today, because she has a little pigeon friend that she likes to stare at. He might not be here because of the wind, and whenever she goes to the windowsill and he's not there, she'll make like a chilling noise, and then she'll look at me and then look at the... Well, if he is there, she doesn't acknowledge anything but that pigeon. So she's quite a vocal cat. All of them are vocal, but this is very similar to my own lip color. Anybody who has a double lip line, what I tend to do is I overline just here and then follow the lip line, not the skin, like the face lip line. Like this is the face lip line, see right here? And then if I go slightly above, that's the lip line where the lip skin is. I do the face lip line and then the lip line instead of the face lip line. It's really, really weird, but I tend to do that. This is such a pretty color. It does feel like a clay. It's stunning. It doesn't feel dry though, in the slightest. I think keeping this matte would be the best idea too, because my eyes are so intense. To be honest, I'm honestly thinking of doing this instead. These apply beautifully and they layer beautifully as well. There's always a thing with like remember back in 2016 when liquid lips were all the rage, and then you know I had Kat Von D and Jeffree Star, and then I sold them for obvious reasons, but then their liquid lipsticks are not all that great anyway. I'm definitely gonna order some more of these lip clays because they work beautifully. But that is beautiful. On the camera, it looks a little bit more peach. In real life, it's a little bit more brown. But it goes really well with this look. I like it a lot. I didn't really need to like overline too much. I think it's because it's a nude as well, so I can get away with it being a little bit more uneven. Well, if I went for there's this one I got called Rubino, which is very, very intense. I used this in a couple of videos back, and it's a little bit difficult to apply. But then again, I didn't use lip liner. not lip liner, lip brush. Also looks really nice with my lip piercings. Huh. Another reason why I actually got lip piercings, because I like my lips. Especially my lower lips, because it's just so easy to fill in. And then you got the upper. But yeah, that's everything. That's really, really pretty. I'm gonna wear this throughout the day, see how it is. It's like 12 in the afternoon. I'm gonna wash these brushes again. Yep. Give these guys a quick wash. So that if I decide, just in case I decide to go with my original idea and go with pink, because I've already done it, just to see. But overall, I'm definitely going to do another look with the Siren palette. I'm going to do the more of a purple. So, and then I'm probably going to use the green ones again, because even though I have already used them, I can use them on camera and you can do a different look. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. But this video was very long, it was over an hour, but I don't give a shit. I want to do like chill, where I just explore and talk to whoever. I don't give a shit. If I'm talking to myself, talk to my cats, I don't care. But this is just beautiful. I'm just discovering my love for makeup again, and I just want to share it, even if it's falls on deaf ears. I don't really care. So yeah, it looks really lovely, and I'm wearing blue eyeshadow, and I feel really pretty, and I don't feel so so yeah, if younger me could see me now, she wouldn't, because blue, it was, yeah, you know, whenever you're a teenager and everything's intense, yeah, blue, it actually really scared me. So dramatic, but yeah, we were teenagers. We were all so dramatic. But yeah, they actually just restocked the Siren palette too. But yeah, so I'll definitely do some more Jolie beauty things in the future too. And I also did get a few from the Siren collection. They had these cream paints, or like cream eyeshadows. I'll definitely try those next, well, not necessarily in the next video, because I might just do the purple in the next video, but I'm definitely gonna test those out. But yeah, I like this liquid lipstick in pink Himalayan. Beautiful. Beautiful shade. Very, very beautiful. I'm going to try that Rubino shade again, but with a brush. But also because it's so dark too, it's just like, ooh. But yeah, that is it. Hopefully you like it. Hopefully I went in a little bit more in depth. Which I don't mind, like a longer video when it comes to like eyeshadows. Because they're a little bit longer, I can talk a bit more. And I did do both eyes this time instead of just one, because now my right eye has healed from the little monster from jumping. But I have noticed since him jumping on me, has been a little bit more is it okay if I stand on you? He's not as that anymore. He's gonna calm down a little bit. But yeah, I'm gonna keep wearing this, and I'll put it in the description how well the glitter stays on the eye as well. That's what I'm gonna do. But wow, it's so pretty. I just wish it wasn't so washed out. What can you do? But yeah, thank you for watching, and if you made it to this far, well done, because I wouldn't have. But yeah, I will be back with another video. Don't know when. This just depends. I will have my partner stay with me for a few days. I'm probably not gonna record then, because that's a bit rude. But yeah, the next time will probably be the purple, because this has got me excited, and yeah, and I feel more comfortable in purple in comparison to blue. So we shall see. Let me see what this looks like with my glasses on. Ooh, pretty. Another reason why I like to go pretty intense and dark, because whenever you put your glasses on, it tends to not really minimalize the intensity. But yeah, this actually looks really nice with my glasses. Wow, cool. Probably because they're black. Everything goes with black, but they look really nice. But anyway, yeah, I'm gonna stop talking, and I will be back with another video. Thank you for watching. Bye, everybody.